Hi, good day everyone. You are welcome back to App channel. If this is your first time, please take your time to hit the like button, smash the notification, and subscribe. Here you are going to get the best beginner friendly approach to learning the basics of, or let me say the basics slash the fundamentals of penetration testing, which is hacking, becoming an ethical hacker. Here we are just going through the Linux basics for hackers. So thank you everyone. Once again, I will say if this is your first time on this channel, please hit the like button, smash the notification button as well as subscribe to this channel. And there's more goodies to come. So today we're on chapter 4 of Linux Basics for Hacker, and we'll be looking at adding and removing software. So I've prepared two other materials that I will be putting on my GitHub, and I'll be adding those materials to the description of the video like I've always been doing. And be rest assured that this is a build up from what we've done before. So whatever we'll be doing, we're not bringing anything new. No, we are going to be learning the new stuff, which is about managing softwares in Linux. Aside that, every other tactics keys that we'll be employing will be what we've learned before. So it's a build up. So once again, thank you. So let's jump into it. So the first thing is let's look at adding software. Okay, I have this material. I'll be sharing it on my GitHub, and yeah, so I'll be sharing it. So there's no need to be making reference to the URL. So we're talking about mastering apt in Debian based Linux, which is a complete guide. So this is just how to do a live demo. So we are going to be infusing all of these three materials to build up this write-up. So for the first thing, let me increase this. Then we are going to split this into two because we'll be on this on the left-hand part. We'll be looking at apt, and on here, okay. No, let's start with here. We'll be looking at apt-get apt-get, and on the second part we'll be looking at get as an apt, and that is advanced package. What do we even call it? I don't cram that name. So advanced package manager should be software package. So let's take a look at it. Just okay, advanced package 2. So this is the name, apt. So we'll be looking at both. Let me make this bigger. So you can actually see what we are doing. So the first part is, let's quickly jump in here. So I'll be switching in between two. This document is for apt-get, and my own material is on apt. So a lot of people use both interchangeably. If you take a good look at this, so majorly using apps to handle software. So if we are talking about software are those programs that you use on your system to perform particular tasks. They are actually streamlined or designed to address particular tasks. Okay, probably maybe we have a detection software that you want to use. You have just for example, let me take you through. Remember we used Nano in our last. This is a file editing tool. So if I should run this now, I was using that Nano to open this file, which is host file. So with Nano, I can actually edit it and save it. So that's just that's the simplest reference I can make to when we're talking about softwares. So and this software we're talking about, each software requires dependency. Dependency is what you are supposed to have already in your system for it to work, what it has to see. Then another thing is the libraries. We'll be making reference to both. That's why I'm just stating it down. Let me clear this. So we have the libraries and we have the dependency. For the libraries are those additional function. I'll say additional function that the software will actually require to work. So instead of them building it afresh, if it has already been built, I can actually just import it rather than. So what makes software development grow very fast is, okay, if I know I needed a particular function and that particular function is open source somewhere, somebody has developed it, so I can just it can be included as part of the libraries that I use all together with my software. So I will only focus on the problem I want my software to address rather than building another libraries and all of that right from the beginning, which is similar to what is already in existence. So that is what that is all about. So now, first of all, we'll start with AP. And remember that I told you in our learning, we'll be infusing AI. We'll be infusing AI generously. So we'll be doing the same for today. So first of all, we look at apt catch and search. So apt, which is apt, the extended one, which is get, has those are robust clauses that you can add to apt-get. Like for instance, now we're talking about this apt-catch. Catch is like a storage. So when we talk about apt-catch search, right, we want to look through the apt repositories, which is a repository are servers that holds the software for Debian-based Linux. So Kali and Ubuntu is built on Debian. It's built on Debian. So now what we do apt-catch. Okay, I'm not even catch, and we have a search. That means we want to search through it. Then we can search for any tools. For now, let me look at let's look at this command tool. Let's see if nano should be there. Nano. Let's see if we can get that. So if we take a wide look at this, he went through it, and nano was nano. Okay, let's clear this. Let's clear this and let's check for, I think, Genie and leaf pad. Let's search for leaf pad, like the one leaf pad. Leaf pad is another text editing tool in Linux. Okay, look at it now. So we have the leaf pad here. We have this here. So if I actually want to download leaf pad is similar to nano. I can use this. So now let's now check. I actually know what to do, but just to tell you that incorporating AI is part of our big is part of the big option I've added to this lesson. So let's say how can I achieve this using, how can I achieve this, which is this using apt-get, just apt alone. So we want to see if there's an equivalent using apt to get the same result as what we have just achieved using catch. So look at it, it's not far-fetched. That's why a lot of people don't really know the difference between both of them, because it's actually similar. Look at it. So for me, if I'm looking at it, I will tell you that apt is more a bit advanced, and I'll give you the reason why. Remember when we're talking about IP and if config. So if config is more ancient, I would say it legacy, far backup, and is still purely test, no efficacy, coloring. What about coloring and looking at the boldness, types of color? If you look at this is a bit more formal and more appeasing visually compared to this. This looks as if we are still running the old systems, where I would like to say the CSS is not really great. So it's more purely of a test. So, but they actually give us the same result. And between me and you, let's just even ask ourselves, which will you prefer to use? Is it this? And if you take a very good look at this is even telling you, it's actually telling us that some of those dependencies, like this mouse pad is telling us that this has already been installed. This is installed on this system. This is installed on this system. And mind you, looking at this arrow we have, it shows that we still have additional information by the side. And okay, now look at it. So these are additional information. All you needed to use is your forward arrow, and if I use my backward arrow, it takes me back to this place. So whenever you see this folded, this greater than sign and is colored, it means you still have extra information by the side that you can explore. So now, taking a good look at this, look at what we have. Okay, let me quit this. Let's clear it, and let's do it again. So now we have this leaf pad, and if you look at this, it's not even the spelling I gave it here that we have here. We have the leaf pad as L3AFPAD. So we have seen that we have this now, and we can install it. So let's proceed from there. Clear. Let's use Q to escape that. You can clear that, and let's clear this. So now we've been able to make a comparison between app catch search and app just search. So that is it. Let's see. And if you need further information about more information, you can ask AI to actually explain it further. So that's the essence why we are introducing it and making people aware that okay, while you are studying, you can actually include AI and be efficient and effective in your learning. So with that now, app catch search, okay, that was the same thing we just did. They just search here to see. Okay, now let's follow this example. We'll be doing app catch. Let's see if it's going to have apt catch, but now it's not. Snot is a detection tool. Snot. Okay, look at it. We have snot here. This wall is whenever you check for any software, it will give you the software and as well as tell you, okay, snot to IP table rules. Okay, snot. Okay, this is the main snot we are looking for. If you look at this, so what it does is it gives you everything that has snot in it as a software, and even the dependency that's soft needed. Look at it now. Data acquisition library. This is a library for input and output shared library. So now if we do the same thing here, apt search snot, this should be more intuitive. Now look at it, and it's beautiful, well formatted, arranged compared to this. If I will ask you again, which will you prefer? So I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave room for those people in the comment section to say, okay, between just apt alone and apt add anything you want to add, which do you prefer? This is more colored, and we are going to take a very good look at it also. So we have two applications we'll be looking at now, because by the time we're installing, we'll be installing using each of them to install different applications so that we don't have any complication, and we'll be able to show the differences that we have in them. So, and that is that. Clear. This you need Q to escape, then clear. So now let's go to adding software. Adding software is all about installing the package, and how you go about it is apt-get install. Okay, before I go. So another thing is, sorry for that, the first thing you do after installing your Kali, or you have any Linux on your system, the first thing to do is to totally update everything. But I will be making reference to that because I want us to have it as a build-up. So now all we needed to do is we will know we want to download snot now, or we need to download leafpad. So we'll do apt. This one is -get, which is get it from me. I'm trying to just a verb get install snot. So here I will come to say apt install leafpad. But okay, let's talk about this. Before you install any application on your system or any software, the first thing to do is to do apt get update hand upgrade and apt-get upgrade. Now for the update and upgrade, they require sudo, and we've been talking about sudo. If you've been following this lesson, we'll be talking about sudo, that it gives the user who is installing the power to use the root privilege. So if we need to do this, if I should click this now, this should tell me that it couldn't open, problem linking, all these we have denied permission denied, permission denied here. This is because this root needs root privilege to run. So if I change this now, let's go back and add sudo to it. Come here and add sudo to it here like this. If I should punch this, but remember that whatever update and this and that I'm doing here will be applicable to the whole of my system, so I don't need to do it here again. I just want to give you a reason for that. So if you do this, it will ask me for my password. When I have it, then you see it's working now. So first of all, it's going to update, then after updating, then it's going to upgrade. So let's see how long this is going to take. Okay, if this is very fast, I might not need to pause. I will continue. So upgrade always take time, so that's why I always avoid it. You can always do updates alone. So if this updates and I see that the upgrade is going to be going to take a long time, then we are going to stop it. Let's see if the upgrade is not going to take a long time. So but while that is doing that, let's understand this. So now we added sudo, we have sudo here. Sudo is to give us a root privilege when we are doing this. Another thing we needed to know is I added and here. This and is the same thing as the condition you have in your that you have in any programming language. And as a condition means both of them should be true. So I mean, after doing this, please do this also. So instead of writing them separately or one after the other, it is easier. Okay, I think this is upgrading. Let's see. Okay, it's asking for yes. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think the upgrade is not going to take too much time. We're having it here. So let's use the opportunity to explain this. So now the apt-get means get this, which is the update. This update is going to be applicable to every software that this apt, because all our packages and software is managed by apt. He knows what we have, he knows what we don't have. Even the remote server, you could go there and say, okay, we have this one there. If you want to download it, you can download it directly, because sometimes it's not all the softwares that we have on those servers. So that's one thing to take note of. Upgrade sometimes make changes to our software. It's like we are upgrading our software from one point to another. When you are updating, it's like, okay, there's an additional something that will be done to this thing, then you are updating. But when you're upgrading, totally it could change the package. But if I have, let me say, version 2.1 of something, if I'm updating, it can go to version 2.2. But if I'm upgrading totally, it's changing it. If there's an holistic change in that particular software, upgrade is going to bring that to our system. So let's check if this is done, because we need it to be done. 28%. Okay, for that, let me pause this video, and when it's done, we'll be back. Thank you. Yeah, and we're welcome back. Okay, I thought this is done. It's not done yet. I'm coming. Okay, it's almost done. It's just unpacking. So before that, let's go back to the very top. So I feel we can take that time out to do some few things. So like we said, if you don't really understand this, you can always copy this, then go to let's go back to our AI. Go back to you can use anyone, and you can say explain this to me in details. So I see this as a strong study companion that have been trained with several books and several knowledge. It's like a sage. Go to the sage and ask, okay, this is what. Now, I always say myself that, okay, instead of just even asking people random questions, as I'm having those questions, I keep asking AI, then from there, I could get insight and get more and more details about what I'm doing. You can just say, explain this in details. I want to know what this code is doing. I want to know what this code is doing. So I can just place this in there now. So let's see what it's going to give us. Did I copy everything? Oh no, I did not really copy everything. No, stop. So let me edit this. all what I needed was to say sudo uh, sudo apt, I think it's get update, and I did hand, which is the same, which is a hand in bash scripting, and I have a sudo apt get upgrade. So this is what we wanted to explain to us. This is what we want to get details about. So while this is doing, let's check if this guy is done. It's still not done. That's why I hate upgrade. Upgrade takes a lot of time. But let's see. Probably it will be done before we just roll through. So now let's take a quick look at this. I will not be, it's just going to be very fast and just short to just okay. Sudo apt-get update, which is the first command I told you. We are merging two commands together. If you want to merge 3 or 4, you can just be doing and just have it. So what this does, refreshes the package index from the source list. So we are going to be talking about the source list, but that will be the last part. Source list and the source list.d, which is the daemon. So now the thing is, if you don't really understand what this files holds, we can hack ChatGPT also, we can hack AI. So it does not install or upgrade any packages, it only updates the local cache of available packages. So that's for the updates. Okay, now look at it. Now the update does not even install anything. What it does is just update the local cache. Know the packages we are available, the versions, it wants to update the version, so that by the time you are checking the list of packages you have within your system, then it's going to give you accurate answers. So whenever you upgrade, the version changes and all of that, so you need to update also to catch up. So I think I understand that why it needs. It tells us that what happens when you run it. Okay, contact configure repository, which is going to be an online server here. So download the latest package metadata. We have all of those versioning names and any convention that has been changed. So update the local cache. So it's going to update your list, app list, which is when we do apt list. So all the list of install packages that you have it will have been updated. So they're just trying to tell us example of what we are going to see if we hit the button. And if we look closely, that was exactly the same thing we have here. I'm not sure. Okay, we can still hit it. You look at it means it gets there and it was able to. If it ignores, it means it did not really get anything. So it gets feedback from https dev.nodesource.com.node and all of that. So yeah, also is exactly the same thing that he's talking about. It's just to have in-depth understanding. Because I remember one of my mentors told me, if you know the how, you know the how to get there. If you know the why, which is all of those questions, if you're able to answer the question, you know how to get to whatever thing you want to explain or do. Now they said this and is a logic, and that was exactly the same thing I spoke about. We have a logical and operator, which means consider both command, run both command. If I say and or, it means either of both. You understand, which means do any of it but not both of it. So when we are doing bash scripting, we are going to be talking about this. I think we are going to use this here. Similar, we can use this all. Now they said, what does it do? The hand ensures that sudo apt upgrade only runs if sudo apt get updates, which is if this one is successful. The next one we know that hand means both condition has to be true before it can run. So that means the last part we have to wait for the first one to run successfully for it to run. So if the first one does not run successfully, the apt upgrade, which is the second command that we included, will not run. So that is exit with status is 0. This status is 0. Okay, let me show you something. If we run okay, let me do nano. Let me see if I can see nano's version. I don't know if that's how it's going to work, but we can use the help h to see what it's going to produce. Okay, now I can now enter a question mark. I think I've forgotten this. So let's do echo question mark. Am I right? Yeah, echo question mark is going to give me the exit status for the most recent function that I run. Okay, let's do something. If I do now, it should give me no, it's not correct. I forgot it. I'll check it later. But I know status, there's a way you can check your status as it's for any previous earliest function that you run. So let's see if this one is done. And I think, and I hope it's done. Yes, we are done. Operation was interrupted. Okay. The operation was interrupted before it could finish. What triggered this? I don't know. So let's do sudo apt-get upgrade. It is the upgrade that did not finish. So Kali. So it should be fast. Okay, it's completed. So it's just giving us that. Then we can do the same thing for updates to be sure that everything ran successfully. Update. Okay, everything ran successfully. Sublime. Okay, clear. When you see informations like this, it doesn't really matter. It's because I have Sublime, and Sublime is an external software that is not managed by apt-get, but it doesn't break. It's just giving us a warning. This is just a warning. The policy will reject signature within a year. It's just giving us more bubbles warning. So I can clear this, and so like we have said, I think we have explained this. And let's go back to this apt-get install. We have done that. Then how do you remove those apps? So remember that we've not even installed those apps. We just updated and upgraded, which is the standard whenever you want to upgrade any software. So the next thing to do is let's do sudo. I don't think you need. I can say app. No, let's do sudo apt-get install. It's not here. And again, because when you start, first of all, you have to gather all the resources that you want to download about a particular software. Then to now ask you, yes, should I proceed? But if you want to proceed, okay, let me do that. Let's first run it and see. Look at it here. It asks me, yes, do you want to continue? Let me use Ctrl-Z to clear this now. Now, I'm now going to run it and automatically inject the yes into it right from the beginning. So what I would do is the same formula, just add -y, which is yes. So if I should run this now, could not get, okay, it is held by a process. This process is holding this. It's because this did not terminate. What I did above did not terminate. And remember we said you can always do, how can we do that? For me to check process. If you want to check, is the lsolve? Let me do ps elf. So if you look at apt-get, this was the installation that we want to do. This was the second one that was rejected. This was the one that we did that did not complete. So let's clear this. Let's do it again. And if it's still telling us it's not, so we'll just target this process and kill this process. So we can do sudo kill, then forcefully kill -9, then add this to it. Let's copy paste, and if I do this, it kills it. If I run it again now, this should work now. So you know that when I had the Y, and I did not even ask me for click yes and type Y or N. I don't know, maybe we'll get it. So I did two things here. When we run it, and I noticed that here I noticed that because I run the first one, we got to the yes or no, and I abruptly stopped the program from installing. That process did not shut down. So when I try using apt-get again, the process was preventing it. That was why I have this. Look at it. Could not get log this. It's held by process this. Beware that removing the log file is not a solution and may break your system. Unable to acquire the DP key. All I needed to know is this is my process name. Then let me use this command. Kill is to kill any program. Then the 9 is forcefully kill it. I don't know whatever it is doing at this moment. Shoot it down. Use your double barrel, use 2 guns, whatever you want to do, just shoot it down, kill it. So that was exactly what I did here. I killed the process, and after killing the process, after killing the process, I was able to run it again, and I've included this while to ensure that it doesn't prompt me to say this again. Now let's look at this. This was plain test and everything runs successfully. Let's try apt. Okay, did we do sudo there? Let me see. Yeah, we did sudo. Let's do sudo apt install. This is to show that both of them, they are not far-fetched. Installed leaf. We remember that it was 3 leaf pad like this. So I just want to, and we are going to do the same thing too and see if we will be able to, if we are going to get the same result as that. So if I do this, I have my Kali. So this did not even ask me yes or no. It just did this thing directly. And if you take a good look at this, I won't say there's quite much difference between them. It's just that places where this is going to tell you what is installing, he highlights this in color, just visualization, and it's a bit well structured, not scattered all around. So here now is telling us that the following package will automatically installed and are no longer required. These ones are no longer required. So so if we want to remove all of these ones that are not required, it gives us a solution. So say we should do sudo apt auto remove. So we can come down here and say sudo apt auto remove. If I do that now, it's going to all of those packages that guy has listed before. Remember this part, we have why. Remember that when you have things like this, instead of right from the beginning, if you're automating it in this sense, this can break your automation because it requires your input. Automation is probably I want it to do it by itself. So I could have added the -y right from the beginning. Remember that if I shut this down now, I might have this as a process that did not complete that will prevent me from running apt again. But I don't want to go through that stress again, just like we did when we were doing this. Remember what we did when we did kill? We needed to do this to kill, then we'll do it again. So let me clear this. And for this, let's come back here and just specify capital Y, and it will continue. It will continue, and once we are done, we are good. So clear now. So we've observed 2 things we have done here. We've done installation, we've done sudo apt remove, we did sudo apt install, and we did sudo apt removed, and here we did sudo apt-get install, and we experimented with adding -y and not adding y, and we actually know the difference between them now. So I think we are done with that. Remove that. So let's come back. Let me come to this particular part. So we did apt install, we have done that. Apt install snot, we've done that. Okay, now we've not done apt remove. So before doing apt remove, we have to be able to look at what we have, if we have a particular value. So we are going to be learning these two before we now jump into removing it. And the reason why I'm saying that is let's be able to check the packages before and uninstall it and check it if we can see it again. So what we now do is, so the first thing we are going to do here is let's do sudo apt show. We know the name of our package, which is L3AF. If I should, leaf pad, sorry, leaf then PAD. Now look at it here. It gives me details about the package. I have the package version, priority, section, all of this. You can just read it. All of these are just information about the package itself. So let's come back here. Let's see if we can do the same thing for the equivalent. If it is equivalent for, probably maybe it's going to be show. No, we don't have show. To search, to get details about, let me see if this textbook talks about that. If it doesn't, you can actually just prompt purge auto remove. It doesn't even show. Okay, I can look at what is equivalent. What is the equivalent of sudo apt show package. When using sudo apt-get. So let's see if there's any equivalence, because I'm pretty sure there should be an equivalence. So is apt okay? It's going to be apt catch. Okay. So now we can come here to say apt-catch then show, and here we download, we use snot here. So now look at it, we get the same information package, but just that this one is beautiful. I told you visualization, and in this world that we are now, it has to be appeasing. So this is more appeasing compared to this, but from what I've get, this is more robust than this. That's what they said, but basically appease to one state in terms of clarity, boldness. I will always go for apt. So we have apt, so apt catch chat show. So we were just doing them simultaneously. Now we're able to know those applications. Now let's do list. Let's clear. Let's be able to list all the packages we have. Q to step out of that and do clear. Now let's do apt. Let's do sudo apt-catch. This one is going to be list. Let me see if it's going to work. Not working. Let me go back to this. So list, then installed. So I think it should still work because catch is what we have. We just do installed. Command is not visible. So I can copy this and tell ChatGPT to correct it. So this is how I work. I can just, why is this not working? Control C. This is not working, right? But let me just type it. But for how long? Sudo apt-catch catch list installed. So I can just say correct this. So because as a programmer, all you needed to know what you want to do. Then if you are missing a little thing, you can actually just check it. So don't kill yourself over. So now if we look at it now, for the list, we don't have apt-get, apt-show this thing for list. But I think what if we do apt-catch? Apt-catch is going to show us everything. So dkl app-list installed. Okay, I think apt-get doesn't have equivalent of that. I thought they should have. So then I feel if we do this, probably if we do just apt-catch show, it should show us something. It's nothing. So let's remove the show. This is how I try things out. Now this, okay. Now one thing we can do is clear. We can do man apt-get. I talked about how to use your manual and how to use your help. Let's see the information we get here. Apt-get. Select upgrade, install, source purge, build dev, satisfy, check in the diagnostic. Okay, let's step out of this. Let's check for the catch, because that's the two we've seen so far. Target release, catch. So let's see if we can see something here. Show performs a function similar to dbk print available. Okay. Then if we're searching full test, pg.cify this policy missing option. Okay. Let's see. File to study. No. Select the file to store. No. Quite high important. Print only the important dependencies. No. Implicit F full package record when searching. No. All versions. Generate this. All names. Let's see if we can install. Okay. Limit the output of. of depends dash the package which are currently installed. Okay, that's what we want to see. So this is it, installed. So app catch installed. Let's see if that is going to work. App catch installed. That's if that doesn't work, we move forward. This apt-get. Let's do sudo apt-get. We have installed here. Is not understood in combination. Installed doesn't mean there's something else we are supposed to add. Target release, target this, app catch, show packages, manipulate the state, apt package card. This is done. Basic command using this card. This is missing out this. So let's say, how can I use apt catch to list all installed packages? It's primarily designed for querying packages rather than listing installed packages. You can still use it in combination. Okay, there's no straightforward way to use app catch. So it's just what we did the first time. PK packages names. Okay, we can get all packages names. Let me clear this. We can get all packages names. Packages, then it's going to be pkg names. Okay, this is what we're looking for. So if we look at this now, we are going to find our snot, our leaflet. And remember, that's why I said it's a build-up. That's why I love this class. It's a build-up from what we've learned. We can, because this is long, we can just pass it. This, then pipe it. Then we have you have your grep to catch. We are looking for snots, right? Now look at it. These are all snots that we have. It's not dependency and all of that, but this is the main snot. And we can run the same for our leaf L3AFPAD. Now this is it here. So this shows the package. You understand? This shows the package. And okay, let's now try the same thing. So now app catch pkg name is what we needed here, but for this we use apt list installed. So we're just going to do sudo apt list, then --- installed. Here we have all of those packages. Like we said, this one is more visually appealing, and this is using a function we call less. I think it's less or more. It did not show everything at the same time, but if I'm coming down, it will be showing me the pages, so I can be going down to see all of. So instead of throwing everything at us at the same time, just like this guy did, this has the courtesy of saying, it's going to be too much for these guys. Don't give them everything at the same time. Just be throwing it out little by little as they're scrolling down, just like the way you are scrolling down a page and have other things you have below coming forward and propping up, and you can see it. So I can use my key to step out of this. And remember that we said if we have this, we can pipe it in and do grep to grab whatever I want to grab. Let's do snot. Look at it. The same thing we grab here does not have a stable CLI. Okay, apt is not having a stable CLI, but notwithstanding, it's still performing the function we wanted to perform. So that's the interesting part of it. So okay, the same thing we have here, the same thing we got here, but this is more explicit, like it's always do. It gives us more information than this. So now we can take a look at, let's do the same thing to check for the leaflet. We can do L3AFPAD. If we do this, now we have it here. So now we've been able to look at those programs, then we are going to remove them now. So it makes more sense now to do it this way. So clear. Now let's remove the packages. So if we are doing sudo, it's going to be sudo get. I think it's going to be sudo. This is going to be sudo get sudo apt get install. No, sudo apt install sudo apt no remove snot. And if I want it to, let's include the y, so that even if at the cost of running the program needed us to say yes or no, it will pick it up by itself. So now look at it, it's processing and it's done. We've removed it. Now to confirm this, now let's repeat what we did before. We said sudo apps. Okay, I hope I've not forget apt-get package names, then pass it in and say snot and say grep. Grep is to grab snot out of it. If you notice it, okay, packages name, am I wrong? Packages, okay, it's not get, it's catch. Sorry, it happens. Okay, this gives us the list again. The next pipe it in and look for grep snot. Now, if you take a look at it, whoa, we still have snot here. Do I need to, or we've removed it? We still have this snot here. Probably we need to update. Okay, that is where we said we update. Okay, now let's do apt. Now let's do sudo apt-get, because the catch get update. Let's see that if we update it, if we not do it again, if we are going to see, because we remember that when we checked, we have apt get catch. What do we call it? Apt-get update will update the catch, update your local directory using both the remote and whatever information you have already on your system. So let's do this now and see if we are going to see the snot. Snot is still here. So let me do something. I removed snot using sudo apt-get remove snot, and when I checked list of installed packages using sudo apt-get apt catch pkg names pipe grep snot, I can still see the package. Explain why. So that's why when you see things like this, because the behavior aspect. But one thing we can do again is let's use apt. Let's use apt installed, and let's check for snot if it's going to catch that snot. If you take a look at this is correct. In this sense, the snot that we are looking for is not here. All we have here now is libraries and the dependencies. Sure you understand? So let me see what ChatGPT is telling us here. So why use this not in the app catch, this removal? When you run this dash, you remove the installed version of snot from your system. It doesn't mean we remove the cached one. Yeah. So run the package is still known. Okay, but the package is still known to apt catch, the local database available packages. Here's why. apt catch picking shows available packages, not installed ones. The command apt list all packages name known to apt. So we have downloaded it, apt still knows about it, and when you catch something, it's not the real software, it's just like a place where you have a fraction of information about, okay, have I installed this before? Do you know this one? Do you know this package? That is what this is really doing. So they said it queries apt package this, which contains metadata from your configured repositories. So that means not until we remove the repository, we remove configuration, when we still run app-get and app catch packaging names and we'll still be getting That's not. So let's do something. Although apt was able to identify that snot by itself is not here again. This particular snot is just showing the other common libraries like that. So here now, what we'll do is to clear the configuration. And how to clear configuration for packages, to purge it. Because the thing is, if you remove a package, it doesn't mean the configuration of the package is gone. So whenever you install the package again, if the configuration is there already, it will just pick it up. It doesn't need to reconfigure it while it is downloading. It makes it faster. So if we actually want to remove the configuration, then we are going to come here and say, let's say apt-get purge snot. This is yes. So when this is done, let's clear, and we can go back and do this and see if we can still see it. But it's still here. So the catch doesn't mean it is installed. So they still catch. They might take time for it to maybe a refresher of the cat and all of that. So let's even see a little bit of what ChatGPT said about it. Apt-get remove versus apt-get purge. So he's talking about it. Remove the install file but keeps the configuration file. But when you do the purge, which is what I just did now, remove the package and its configuration file. The package is still listed, you see, here, because it's still in the repository. So how to check if not is really removed? Now look at it. It is the apt that the result. So otherwise, DK, this is a Debian package manager also. But since we are not looking at, but something we can just put in and you learn it for the learning. Say, okay, sorry, this thing is not. I'm unable to move to copy and paste between my system today. DPKG. I think that's list all packages installed, and you can grab snot. But snot is not going to be there because we only have the common one. So clear, we'll be able to do that. Then let's come to this part, clear. So for here, let's use a sudo apt-get remove. So if you want to remove the configuration, you can just use purge directly instead of doing remove, because purge does the function of remove and purge the configuration. So we can do purge here, purge L3A FBAT part. If we do this, it's asking me yes, and it's removing all of this. So now we are done with this. So we can do sudo apt list, yeah, hyphen installed. Then let's look for L3A F part. If we check it now, we don't have it anywhere again now because it has been deleted. I don't know, maybe you understand. So we've been able to talk about the purge, both apt-get and apt for purge and remove, and we'll be able to list installed this thing. We've been able to check and verify. So if you want to install those guys back, all we need to do is let me just use those two commands to do it. I'll do sudo apt-get install snot this, and I'm going to do and sudo apt install leaf L3AF pad and -y. Look at it, I combine both apt-get and apt this. So we'll play this back. Let's see. So it's going to do both. So it's installing leaf pad. So yeah, we are done, and both is back. So clear. So I can come back here. So I can come back here and say sudo apt list installed. Let's check for leaf pad. Now we have it because we have installed it. And let's check for snot. here we have our snot. Instead of the common, we have snot, which is the last one that we have here. So we've been able to clear that. Let's move on. I don't want us to waste much time on this. So this is just the maintenance of it. I will share this in the description of this YouTube video, so you can check it. So we talk about the updates, upgrade, and full upgrade. Full upgrade is just going to be explicit, resolve dependency conflict. It does everything by itself. I don't actually even use this, but I think I'll be using it now because it has a lot of self solution administering functionality. So best practices is whenever you want to, the moment you log into your system or whenever you want to install any package, always do sudo apt update and sudo apt full upgrade, which is this. So fixing broken installation, in case you are installing something, recommendation will even be given to you by DPK, so I won't be talking about this. Resolve interrupted installation. If you are installing something and the configuration stops along the way, this is your best bus to go to. And if you want to fix broken installation, let me say we're installing something and we break it. I think I've done a write-up where I simulated a broken. I'll look at it. If I can see it, I will include it in the description to see. I write for Beldon, so I think I have a write-up on that on Beldon, so I'm going to include that. So manage repository. Okay, now this is where we have the list of the servers where we go to download packages. So before then, let's take a dive at auto remove. We have done auto remove. And what auto remove does is all those dependencies that you don't need after you've installed or remove an application, you can use auto remove to take it out. Updating application, I've talked about it because we needed to talk about it. Upgrading, we've talked about it. And adding repository to your source list. Okay, this is adding repository to your source list. Now we're talking about source list as. First of all, let's even go to where the source list is. This is the, how do we call it, pathway to it. So let's go check it out. So I'll use nano to open it. We have /etc/apt, and we have what do we call it, sources.list. And this is it here. If you take a good look at it, we have deb http // that's a forward / http kali.org.kali, and we have this here as a folder. Let me see if I can open this out very well. So if we take a good look at this, these are the repositories. When I do updates, these are the repository that the apt is going to go and check. Okay, do we have this? Okay, if we have this, and continue and all of that. So that is where it is. So, but most times when some softwares that are not, they are like third party. If you are installing them, the repository you are supposed to consult will be different. So in most times they will tell you, just grab it, come and include it in this list. You know the way we do it now. So you had it here just by coming down. You can type whatever you want to, what that would be. Then you do Control S to save and Control X to exit. So here now I'm not going to say, I'll just do Control X to exit. It asks me save, modify, go far. I'll just say no. That's Control N. But remember that if you want to modify any configuration file, you always have your sudo nano. You understand? etc/ whatever you want to add to it. So if you want to correct it, remember that always. So we won't be talking much about that. That's all we are going to be saying about it, because mostly when you are doing any installation of any software that requires you to work on this, they will actually tell you, show you those things to add to it, and you are good to go. Remember, ChatGPT or any AI that you have is your best companion when you are hacking, coding, reading. I use it every day. So it's like having a teacher in your corner that can actually teach you all things. So just now, remember that this leaf pad, that's the reason why I don't use it. I've been using Nano or Genie. I like Genie also. So let me show you the ones I have. You can do sudo Genie. genie /etc /apt /sources.list. So this is how Genie comes. It comes, I like Genie because it comes like a notepad on steroid where I can open multiple pads and I can just go through it, copy, paste, and all of that. Easy to work with. I can do this Control Z to come back. So it's easy to work with. I use it always. So let me just close it. So let's see how leaf pad looks like. Let's go here and Alt B B B B. So let's use L3AF PAD leaf pad. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, look at what leaf pad is giving us. This is the vibe it's giving us. So I think it's more or less like okay. I think you can move around too. Yeah, that's cool. It's not just like Genie that is on steroid. So you can just close this. I just want to show you this. So that's what they did here. And if you look at what we have here, it's deb. It talks about main universe. Let me see what we have. Let's even use this. We have deb, but it's main. Yeah, the main contribution. So we're using main, which is contains supported open source. Is main. The one we have is main, and we have a main here to main. Those contributions are that. So if you come down, the GUI, I don't really think you need a GUI, but if you want to, it's all about just installing this Synaptic. So apt-get Synaptic. So let's just say sudo apt-get Synaptic. Okay. Synaptic. Probably maybe it doesn't really exist again. One thing we can do is okay. We did not complete it. Is install. So that's why we still have it. Why? This. Once it's done, let's see. I think it's huge a bit. We can clear this and we can do Synaptic. If we open this without administration, no. No. So it needs administrative this thing. Let's close it. And let's come back to say just add sudo to it. Sudo Synaptic. Yeah. We have this. It says software or system is organized in so-called package. The package is managed and enable you to install to upgrade. They're just giving us information, but I've always loved to see this as a reminder on how to use it. So I won't be taking, don't show again. So if you look at this now, these are installed versions, latest version. So if there's a new version, this is installed version like this one now, I need to update it. That is what it means. So we have that, and like we did the other time, if you want to search for snot description name, search for it. So let's see what it's going to show us. Now this is snot here. Okay, and if we take a closer look at everything we have here is things relating to snot. That's why it's just to search through. And then if you want to search results, reload. Let's see if we want to install new packages. Let me even reload this. Let me see. Once you have installed Synaptic package manager, we should show you this. And if you want to install, where do we go to now? You can search for packages you are looking for. Simply click search. So scroll down to search results. Find the package you are looking for. Check the box next to it. Apply dApps. Synaptic will now download and install it. So it's for downloading. Let me see what can I even search for. Status. Let's see. Installed. These are all installed applications. So let me even look for something that we don't have. What is it that I don't have? What is it that we don't have? We have Git. I don't even know what to think of. Let me see if you can see what web. Okay, what web? I'm not sure is installed. Okay, I'm not sure this is installed. Search result. If this is not installed, okay, installed version, latest version is installed. I have it. What web? So I don't know application to install. If there's any application that is not there, show us that it's not there. You click on it and you apply, and it's going to download it. So that's all about this. That's all about this. Software Git. Okay, for GitHub. Now remember that Kali comes with GitHub by itself. So if I do Git version, we should see the version of GitHub that we have. So how you use this is, most times if you have other application, it was going on the GitHub page is going to show you how to actually download it. Now let's take a look at this. Let me go to this GitHub. Let's go to this copy. Let's go to this GitHub. Python network hacking. Is Balu, okay, blue diving. This is blue diving. So now if we look at some of them, will tell you how to download the app, how to install it, requirements, this, source, this, installing, okay, install Google Sleep, this, compile this. I don't know, but if I actually want to, this person is not explicit, but if you want to actually move it to our system, now what we do is copy this, then you come to this place, you do git clone, that you want all this file here to be cloned to your system, and you're going to have it on your system. All this db, I'll be able to, so you see it now. But first of all, let me just move it to my ls. Let me see where we are. Let's move into our document. Document here, clear. So ls, let me see what we have here. No, cd, clear. Let me move to my desktop. cd to desktop, ls, so it's good here, clear. So we'll just do git clone. I hope this is not working. I'll have to type it. This is crazy. Clone. Okay, thank you. I'm not cloning. It's going to be lle blue diving dot git. So it has already downloaded it. So if I do ls now, you'll be able to see this is the blue diving here that we just cloned. So, and if I do ls to just check the blue clone, you'll see the list of what we have, which is db, sounds, tool, and all of that. So that's how to bring this here. And let me see if this guy talks about the installation here. So once you have this, you already have it on your system. So it did not even install it, just to show you how to clone that and bring it to your system. And blue diving, we have it. So that's clear. So let me see if we can do a little bit of advanced, but we'll not complete it then, so that as we are learning to, we have this curiosity to go and check ourselves and figure some things out, break things and recreate. That's it. Now there's another thing, preventing a package from upgrading. If I don't want a package to upgrade when I do general upgrade, because when you do upgrade, it does general upgrade for everybody. So we can use this. It's simple, very easy to do, like the name implies. I don't want it to, so All we needed to do is just say sudo apt-get apt mark old, and you had snot. So if I don't want snot to be upgraded whenever I upgrade my system, it's going to be singled out. So it sets on hold. So, and if I want to on hold it, is just come back here and make it on hold, and you are good to go. Clear. So that's straightforward. And if you need more clarification on it, let AI discuss with AI. The GUI synaptic, we've talked about this. Git clone this user repository. Then if you want to make, so it depends. It depends on the type of application. Some Github will contain .sh, which is shell bash script that you just install using. We'll get there. We'll cross it. So there's not much here. Pro tip: correction unable to how to just. These are just pro tips in case you want to do troubleshooting. So you can take a look at this, and we have our conclusion. Man apt, if you want to see more functionality of apt, we did that a bit when we were solving this. So I have not system D service. I might not. Okay, this is not the next thing I'm talking about. So this is a summary of your appendix. Let's take a look at what we have at the live demo. We have done apt search to search for application, and okay, let's even do this. Let's do sudo apt search. Then let's search for network scanner. So when we search for network scanner, I'm pretty sure this search we did was it looks at each of the description and looked at, do we have network scanner? You notice we have scanner here. We have scanner here, we have scanner here, we have scanner here. So if you don't know where you really want to go to, you can always do that. Scanner for like Zmap. I've not even used it before. So it might be something that I need to. This CAPI, package generator / sniffer network scanner. Yeah, we'll be talking about most of this. We'll be looking at them in depth whenever once we start getting our hands dirty. So let's clear this. Let's just do Q to step out there. So we've done the same thing. If you're searching for specifics, you can just do let me just look for nmap. It looks at everywhere that we have nmap. Did it give me specific of? Does it mean I don't have nmap? No, that can be okay. NLMN. I'm going to have nmap here. NM. Okay, this is nmap here. So that's that. Q. Clear. We're almost rounding up. Output explanation. That's it. You can always read that. Detail. Show package. We talked about this before. If I do apt shows not. So it's going to give me details about it. We talked about that. Q to escape that. Clear. And live demo, we've done this. Show nmap. Apt show nmap. It's going to give you that information. That's what we just did now. Clear. Okay. Apt list installed. We've talked about this. It's just going to give you a list of installed application, and we can pipe it. We can do sudo apt list, and we have installed. So we have a list of installed, and you can be coming down to look at them as pages. You can Q to escape. Clear it. We are done with that. Okay. Now, if you look at this option is installed, so it shows that there are other options that we can use. We have all versions. We have upgradable. Upgradable means those ones that has not been upgraded, but I'm not sure we are going to have upgradable at all, because we've already upgraded. We have those that we can still upgrade. So they are not much. So clear. Q to clear. Okay. So when we do that, install list upgradable less if you want to show it in paginate result. Okay, that's that. Installed upgradable new version available. We have an app list install grep. We've done this format before, it's part of what we've learned. So deeper search with this is package management, Debian package manager. We can use this one also. So we did a little bit of this, and for the S here, if you remember, if you want to know the function of this flag, take it to ChatGPT, or better still, you can just say you can say dpkg-h, which is help. If that doesn't work, use man. Man will give you. Then we can look at what S is doing there. Let's look at what S is doing. PQ, view, see this. Let's see if you can see what capital S is doing. Okay, this is the capital S, search. So that means you are saying dpkg search for this. So if we do, let's use Q to clear this. Let's clear this. We do dpkg capital S, and we did etc/bin, right? No, user sl/bin/nmap is going to give us, this is the directory to this, and that nmap is actually okay. Now if I run nmap, now it's for network mapping, so I can use this full part. They call it absolute part. This is not relative part, this is an absolute part. If I copy this, copy and paste this here, and if I run it, it's running starting nmap as this, because I did not give you any IP address. It's the same thing as saying nmap, and I run it. You see the same results, different ways of. So you can use an absolute part to run a bin file, which is the function itself. This is the function. So what I'm having here is what do we call this? Is we call it symbolic link. It's a symbolic link that has been created for that. It has linked to this. Do I remember how to check it? SLNO. I can't. There's a lot to learn, so you don't need to just put everything here. Just know what you want to do. So this is a demo work, so you can do all of this, and at the end of it all, I'm going to be adding questions that we can do. So some few extra things, but all of this we don't actually need them. But if we are doing advanced this, then we'll talk about it. But for now, we don't need them, but you can go through them, study them, read them, try them out, and ask questions. Ask ChatGPT questions. Why is this working the way it is? And at the end of it all, you can come back to the comments section and say thank you, apt-get, and thank you for this brilliant lecture on this. And so at this point, I will say thank you everyone for being part of this program today, for coming online to check. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And before I leave, I will leave you with this wonderful word. If this is your first time of coming to this channel and getting value, if you know we've given you value, please subscribe, like the channel, and hit the notification button. So I'm saying this again, please, if this is your first time and if you are a returning viewer that have not subscribed, I'm begging you, please subscribe. This is the only way you can help this channel. I'm not getting paid for what I'm doing, so this is the only way you can support me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Love you all. Have a happy hacking weekend. Bye.